What's up, gamers? Proto here, and welcome to another episode of Like or Dislike, where we look at some of the latest games coming out, give you some of our thoughts and opinions on it, while showing you some of the gameplay all at the same time. And today we are looking at dangerous driving. Now this video is going to be a little bit different from all the other ones, because I'm just going to really speak from the heart on this one. Usually I try to have it all detailed out, going from subject to subject, but we're just going to hit this one hard, because after playing this game, I definitely felt some type of way. So to give you guys a big disclaimer, this is my own personal experience playing this game, and a lot of this is going to pull back from games in the Burnout series. Primarily we're going to be looking back on Burnout Revenge and Takedown 3. So with all that being said, let's jump into the game. Now this is a game called Dangerous Driving, and this is a game brought to us by a new company. Well, not necessarily a new company, but by Three Fields Entertainment. Now what's interesting about this is that a lot of people that came over from Three Fields used to work for Cryotime Games, which created the Burnout games. So this is why this game has been seen as a future successor of Burnout, of the Burnout series. So in a nutshell, that's the premise of this game. It's a Burnout feel, but it's not completely Burnout altogether. So excuse me if some of my topics go off subject or I bounce around, because this is just really a ad lib. This is just how I'm feeling on it, and I put about a good 2 days worth into this game, so that's why I'm feeling like how I am. So with that being said, it's pretty much set up like a traditional Burnout game. You have your races, you can knock opponents off the road, you have your road rage, and you have different modes that you can play. Now you have different classes that you compete in, each with cards under it that you can unlock. And you can unlock the cards by basically challenging them, what they call face off. And you basically think of it like a pink slip race. You're racing against this person, and if you win, you get that new card. And there's pretty much about 4 or 5 cards in each class, which a big difference from the previous Burnout games where you had a lot of cards under each class that you could drive under. So there's not too much grinding for those. I played through most of each class using the basic cards. Now the higher cards do make a difference on handling and turning, but if you're just trying to get through them, you're going to use the basic cards. You just got to be good with your skills. And most of the races are around about the same. You have point-to-point races, you have circuit races, you have a mode called Hot Pursuit where you're actually a cop and you gotta take down opponents, and the way you take them down is they have a health bar and you have to keep hitting them until their health bar is done, and they're done. Now the thing is, you have a certain amount of time to take out your opponents, and if you don't take them out, you lose. So that was definitely interesting, because you got to make sure that you're not trying to take them out at the same time. And even if you make them wreck, if they still have a health bar, they'll just come back. So you have to completely take them out, which was kind of nice and challenging. Now there's no crash mode in this one, which I was really looking forward to. That was one thing that a lot of people, if you play the previous Burnouts, loved about it. That was one that you can really compete in, trying to get higher scores, trying to cause major destructions. So I was a little disappointed there wasn't a crash mode in this one. Now going back onto the previous Burnouts, there's not that many achievements that you guys can achieve for this one. Like in the previous Burnouts, you had awards for causing the most destruction, doing the most takedowns in one race, and so there's not many of those in this one. So not too much to grind for in those. I was kind of looking forward to that as well, because sometimes it's fun just trying to get all those awards. And with that being said, let's jump into the music part of it, because this is one that really hit me and bugged me. Now there's no soundtrack on the game. Instead, you have to use Spotify to play music. Now me and myself, I would have had nothing against it if there was an actual album on the game, and if you didn't want to play, you can listen to Spotify, that's cool. But the whole simple fact that I have to use Spotify just to listen to music in the game, I'm not personally cool with. Now I know a lot of people have Spotify, and that probably been no problem. Once you link it, I'ma say it's gonna work or it's not gonna work. I tried many attempts and I could not get the Spotify to play through my game. I had to end up having the Spotify play through my Xbox One, which is this gameplay that you guys see and being captured. I had to have it played through the actual app, and I had to use my phone app to control the music, because like I said, I couldn't control it inside the game. Interesting enough, on Spotify there is an album for the Dangerous Driving game, but it's not loaded onto the game. Now I know a lot of people could say, well, it's always a copyright thing. They gotta pay royalties if they use these. Completely understandable. I can see that coming from it. So I can kind of see why they did that. But I don't know. It just kind of irked me. The fact that you guys created an album on Spotify, but you couldn't work on trying to put this said album on the game. And if I didn't like it, then I can go to Spotify. With that being said, I looked up the Spotify albums for Burnout, Revenge, and Takedown 3. So I was mainly playing the music off of those. There's a lot of good songs on the Dangerous Driving soundtrack, but to be honest, I had those two. And when I play a game like this, that's what I'm thinking of. So why not use them? So that really bothered me a lot, because in the Burnout series, the music is key. It's key to me, and I probably imagine some people probably feel the same way. Having that right song with the right race, you're in the zone and you're doing it. And then another thing about the Spotify, if you don't have premium Spotify, you got to deal with ads. So best believe you will hear ads while you're racing in the game. And to me, that knocked me out of the zone for a few split seconds. If I'm in the zone racing and I hear an ad after a song, I'm like, what's going on? And I gotta get back in the zone. I'm sure that's probably not gonna bother a lot of people. That was just like a personal pet peeve for me. But I think the Spotify thing could have been done completely different. Now the AI is pretty good. They will give you a run for your money. They will try taking you down while you trying to take them down. There have been many times I had got taken down by accident on purpose. But I can say taking down your opponents in this one feels much easier than in the previous ones. Like this quick gameplay I'm showing you guys right here. This is from Burnout Revenge, that you can actually play on Xbox One X because it's backwards compatible. And the AI, going back to playing this one, the AI was much harder to take down. It wasn't like a simple just hit them and they're off. In Revenge, I had to actually time my hits right, or time if I want to hit them into certain things. So I'm not gonna say like it was extremely hard, but I could tell a difference in the AI in there. But and like I said, most of this is stemming back from Takedown 3 and Revenge, because to me it feels like Dangerous Driving is like the basics of the basis of a Burnout game, and they decided, okay, how can we add on to it? Let's add a crash mode. Let's add different modes, because that's one thing I noticed. Like I said, most of the races are a lot the same. In previous Burnout games, you had different driving modes. You might did the race one way and then you did it reverse. Another one, like traffic check, where you have to take down traffic and cause so much traffic destruction that you reach gold or silver or bronze. You don't have that here. Like I said, there's no crash mode, and to me it feels like it's the bare bones of a Burnout game. Like they could have added way more to it. Now I completely understand they're trying to make themselves stand different from Burnout, but it's kind of hard when you have aftertouch, takedowns. You have the typical things of a Burnout, and you're showing those typical things. Like they didn't really replace the words with something new. It's the same words, the same phrase. So I don't know. Like at the end of this, and that's what I said, I'm not even doing the pros and cons. I'm basically giving you guys the pros and cons as I'm explaining it. So at the end of the day, I have to give the game a dislike, and that's coming from playing previous Burnout games. Now if you never played none of the Burnout games before, you would probably like this one. It's challenging. The races are fun. Minus dealing with the issue with Spotify, the races are fun. You can enjoy. You can get in and out. It's pretty good. Now, if you play the previous Burnout games like I have, you might feel a certain type of way like I do. You might feel like it's bare bones. You feel like there's not enough. You don't feel like there's a lot of variety. And that's completely understandable. And that's what we do these videos. We do reviews and we tell you guys our own personal experience of playing the games and let you know how we feel. Because like I said, I've been playing games for years, and when I heard this coming out, it was ironic because I was talking to some friends. I was like, you know, I wish they would remaster some of the old Burnouts or bring it back. So when I heard this was coming out, I got excited about it. And so hopefully if they do another one, they bring back some more of the old Burnout in it. If not, I hope they do something that makes it stand out. Put some more variety in it. And that's pretty much the end of the review for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you already got it, what do you think? Do you think I'm completely wrong? Do you agree with some parts? Let me know what you guys think. Make sure to follow us on our social medias. Catch us streaming on Twix and Mixer. You can catch InfamouslyTy on Mixer and me on Twitch. And this is Proto, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.